Why is hazmat, hazard identification, so critical? Imagine walking into a scene where a truck has spilled chemicals on the road or a storage tank is leaking. What you see might look like just another accident, but beneath the surface, dangerous substances could be lurking. That's why understanding what hazards are involved is so important for firefighters. Hazard identification is the first step in any hazardous materials incident. It helps responders figure out exactly what chemicals or substances they are dealing with. Firefighters might use clues like labels, placards, or the type of container to identify the material. Sometimes, they're relying on sensory clues like smell or visible leaks to get an initial idea. This quick recognition can be the difference between a safe operation and a disaster. Knowing what substances are involved allows firefighters to consult important resources like the North American Emergency Response Guidebook, material safety data sheets, and markings like the NFPA 700 for diamond. These tools tell responders if the material is toxic, flammable, reactive, or corrosive. With this knowledge, they can decide whether to evacuate the area, isolate the scene, or begin decontamination procedures. Accurate hazard identification also guides the tactical approach. Firefighters might choose a defensive stance to contain the spill or a more aggressive offensive approach if trained hazmat teams are available. For example, if a chemical is highly reactive or flammable, responders will take extra precautions to avoid igniting vapors or causing explosions. This prevents unnecessary risk to personnel and the public. It also helps in selecting the right protective gear. Firefighters might need hazmat suits or self-contained breathing apparatus to stay safe. Establishing a safe staging area and coordinating with other agencies depends on knowing what hazards are present. Without this step, responders risk exposing themselves to unseen dangers or making decisions based on incomplete information. Hazard identification is essential because it protects everyone involved. It ensures that firefighters understand the risks, choose the correct tactics, and keep the public safe. It also helps predict how weather conditions like wind or rain might influence the hazard's behavior. In the end, hazard identification is the foundation of safe and effective firefighting operations involving hazardous materials. It's what keeps responders safe, prevents escalation, and helps control the incident efficiently. Without it, the risks grow exponentially, and the chances of injury or environmental harm increase. That's why knowing what hazards you face is always the first and most important step in hazmat incidents.